So I went to a funeral recently, and
Yeah.
I did a video. It was just a photo, like basically it was a slideshow, a photo
Right.
slideshow.
Yeah. Photo
And
slideshow.
so,
Right.
and so this is for my wife's grandfather, and I already have like 100 views on it, and it's only been a week. So 100 views in a week, which is a lot more than we normally get on our channel. So I should do more funeral videos, I
You
guess.
should.
But
Well,
speaking of
speaking
numbers,
of numbers,
I
what
was
the?
looking at our. Oh, actually, okay. Here's the trend. Prey. When we did the review on Prey, we have
Right.
43.
Right.
So our average views on YouTube. I don't know why I'm going to say this out loud, but it
Yeah.
usually
You're gonna
averages
say this
about 5 views.
Yeah.
That's about it. Our Podbean, our audio, the audio version of this does better usually. But
Right.
so Prey actually had
47.
views, and it's only been out 2 weeks, so that's not bad. And then
Oh, that's not bad.
the Railroad Tigers that I just put out yesterday
Yeah.
already has,
31 views.
and I
Wow.
put it up at midnight, so it's only been up for.
5 days.
But RRR that we did 2 weeks, or was it 2 weeks ago? I looked at our YouTube channel. And I was like, oh, wait.
I li- literally thought that you were spoofing me when you texted me that. I was like, yeah, right. Especially being late at night. You know, why are you waking up an old man just to to look at that, right? You know, and
Well, let me give you some stats. That episode alone gave us
14.
new subscribers.
oh,
The watch time in hours was
411.7.
more than usual.
it's crazy.
We've already had,
4.9 thousand views.
and most people found us by searching, so they're probably searching for the title.
Searching for the title, yeah, that's crazy. It's
crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
But we had we had comments on there, and I was like, we never get comments either. We never get comments.
We have to go through the comments.
We have begged for comments, and nobody ever gives us comments. But I do want to address that. Like, I suggested this RRR, and I was like,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
somebody like texting me, it's 3 hours long. I can't do
And
it. I don't want to do it.
Do you know why I texted you that? Because it was 3 hours long.
Can we do Railroad Tigers instead? I know it sucks, but I want to do that one instead. Anyway, but I'd already watched it, half of this one, so I was like, no, you gotta power through it, man, do it. So anyway, so I feel
yeah.
like maybe we should just do an Indian podcast.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not do a couple of American guys trying to understand the complexities of the Indian film market? Because
Well-
let me tell you something. Just looking at the 26 comments that we caught.
Well, let's start with that comment. That was the one that replies to that. Okay, it was from KSB, right? Just call it Indian cinema. No Indian likes it to call it Prettywood or Tollywood, Bollywood.
I thought that was.
Actually, I'm
it
fine
there.
with that. That's a good comment. I'm good with that.
You know what? The thing is what I think that they don't understand is that everybody refers to it here
Yeah,
purely as Bollywood.
Tollywood.
That's it.
Well, I got that article from an American article, and it was comparing Tollywood and Bollywood. That's right. And I think I
Right,
called it out in our
which-
episode. I said I got this from this source.
You absolutely did, and the thing
And
is,
I admit at the
even I
beginning,
looked it up, and even
We
I
both
knew.
said we don't know anything
I
about
know
Tollywood
exactly
or
what
Bollywood.
this is or what the difference
But
is.
now I know. I don't think
But-
that's a mean
but
comment
there's-
at all. I'm just gonna
yeah,
follow
I don't-
KSB, and I'm gonna say,
don't-
okay, Indian
don't get
movies.
don't get me wrong. I don't think it was a mean
No.
comment. It was just like being on the whip end of a learning curve, you know, and snapping out, you know.
Well, I was actually
But-
glad to have some of these comments because I've learned some stuff from it. Like, okay, I'll just call it Indian movies. That's a lot easier. Then also, they pointed out that I was trying to figure out what Telugu was. So it's Indian
Yeah.
Telugu. So I guess that was kind of an older version
Well-
of Indian film.
Right, and the
Who
other
knew?
thing is that there are so many. There are like a lot of different areas
Well, okay, here's the
But
thing, though.
There's two majors that we know of, and of
Yeah.
course, as soon as I say that there's two majors, somebody's going to come up and say, "No, there's a third head." You know?
No, it's fine. I want people being comments, even if they're being assholes. I don't care. No, actually, what I think. So, the interesting thing, though, I think that they don't realize is that okay, we're two Americans that don't know anything about Indian cinema, really.
Right.
I think from their point of view, like, okay, there's different kinds of cinema in the United States that they might not understand either, like independent, films that might be different than your average Hollywood film, like we've talked about before.
Yeah.
So they might not understand the difference. They might just think all Americans' films are the same.
Yeah. No, and of course they are all the same.
They are absolutely.
They're actually all made on Sunset Boulevard.
I watched a documentary on autism the other day, and it was exactly like Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Exactly.
I don't know where that came in.
Yeah.
Oh, but we do apparently a lot of people, Shiva Kumar and Anuradha. I don't even want to pronounce the rest of her name, but they suggested we watch Bahubali.
That was.
Which is like two
Now,
movies.
Yeah, right. But two movies, and they're made by the same guy that did RRR, right?
And I think we talked about that. It was one that we were looking at, and there was another one that somebody else mentioned. It was Sadar Udham, I guess. I don't know what that is, but somebody mentioned that as being a good twin to this movie, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good way to put it.
I'm all for it, man. Let's go.
So I mean, if we just start doing only Indian films, we'll probably get 3,000 views every time.
That would actually be kind of interesting.
So I'm trying to okay. I was trying to look through the comments so we can address some of them, like especially this one. Oh, Kung Fu Hustle over Mission Impossible or any John Wick but we aren't talking about any of those movies.
But
what does it have to do with RRR?
I totally agreed with
Sketches of Harsh said that.
What he was saying was that this big chaotic film, and he was relating to my saying how chaotic it was, right?
Right.
And he was saying that he would rather see that than something like Mission Impossible. Him indicating that Kung Fu Hustle, indicating that Kung Fu Hustle was similar. And
yes. Okay, see, this is why it's good that you translated for me, because I didn't really get that, but okay. Yeah, X-Cross Heart was the one that said Sardar Udham. I'm probably messing up all these. See, I can't wait till the comments of me mispronouncing everything.
That's how, how I'm going to get around that is I'm going to let you pronounce.
Well, we only have a few comments, so I'm just going to go through real quick, just to give a shout out to everybody, because maybe they'll be loyal to us and they'll say, "Oh,
you don't know,
let's listen to their American bullshit." Why not? Vel A said, "Good one. It was just fun."
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
Indra said, "Watch Bahubali.
Right.
You'll love them." Right. I think she was addressing me probably, because I don't know if you if you were the one that would love it, because I.
Yeah, Bollywood's probably not going to be my thing,
Abby1289 said, "Most of the visual effects breakdowns are on this link here." That's interesting.
I thought that was interesting. That
I haven't checked the link out.
The funny thing is the first thing that I was thinking when I was looking at it is going. I had thought to myself, "Wow, somebody's got to have like an amazing list of like all the effects of this." Yeah,
there's got to be. Yeah, Shiba Sinha. These are so familiar to me. All these names that people that you run into at your local horror convention, right? Yeah. Shiba Sinha said, "Everybody wanted to work with Indian cinemas. Mark my word."
Well, right. Yeah, in the future that Indian cinema's on its way.
Actually, I can see some blending. I can see some American directors working with Indian directors.
I can see blending. I don't know if it's going to be a wholesale slaughter.
You never know.
You don't know. I mean, you can never tell.
Hollywood has had some issues, for sure. I mean, a lot of the movies that we're seeing nowadays aren't even made in Hollywood anymore.
Well, yeah, and obviously, I mean, hell, we're aging out. We're gonna have a 57-year-old Little Mermaid.
You're right.
Pretty freaking interesting.
They should do like a sequel. Well, I think, was it Disney not supposed to do sequels anymore? What happened to that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, but anyway, Runak Mahato said, "Great discussion." I don't thank you, Runak. I like him or her. I don't know if it's him or her.
Yeah,
See,
but yeah,
that's how bad I look. Create India sounds like a business or something, but Create India said, "What a intro! I guess they like the intro or they don't like it."
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant. I was like, okay.
What an intro! Like, or they couldn't believe it was an intro, or they didn't like it, or they liked it. Anyway,
Something.
My Simple Lifestyle Some said, kindly watch Bahubali 1 and 2.
Yes.
This is 10 times more grand than RRR. I like that comment.
I love it. It's fun. Yeah. And you know what? We're going to do that.
Actually, I think we should. I still want to find the Fly one, where the Fly is trying to get revenge.
That sounds really interesting. Yeah. Track it down.
Okay. But I think it's just VJ Khatri said, "You would find many Bollywood haters in southern industries, so please ignore them." One suggestion from recent Bollywood movies, Sardar Udham again, based on the true story, available on Prime Video. Just trust me and watch it. You know how Bollywood differs from other regional industries. See, we can learn stuff from this.
Yeah, we can.
We can go on an educational journey.
Yeah. There was a little bit of an inter-country hate going on there on some of those comments.
Well, I noticed that too, but they're talking amongst themselves, so I won't address them.
Yeah, okay. I was curious if you were going to get into that. So,
I'll skip all that. If you're interested, go to our YouTube channel and look at it.
We'll let you guys find them.
Here's my favorite one, though. San S. Mr. Mick Strawn, your reactions during the review were really way over the top. More than even what was in the movie. Seriously, you're complaining that the movie offered more? And about the movie being bright? Why do you want to see a movie where the action movements are all covered up in the dark and done entirely using CGI? Use your remote next time and stop the movie rather than complaining later. Does he know that we're trying to review stuff?
Yeah, by the way, I might say that the thing that he is talking about is the thing that I've hated for years. is films being too dark. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Is this not one of my favorite things to complain about?
No, you said that a lot, and actually we've talked about that a lot.
Yeah, I was referring to the brightness during the day of like the sun is very different. It's funny because the way the sun looks in different places is very regional. The way the sun shines through a place. I know when I'm looking at something in America on American television, I can tell when it's been filmed in Georgia.
Absolutely.
I can tell if it's been filmed in Texas. I can tell if it's filmed in LA, and you can definitely tell if it's filmed in Vancouver because the light just has a different look. And the light in India, and I'm not even going to say all of India because India is a big damn place. But the light where this film was during the day was freaking intense.
Which is funny you mentioned that because, like, going back to my earlier comment, you can tell a lot of things are made in Georgia now.
Right. You
can totally see that.
The light is completely different, right? It really is.
The other thing was, I remember back when we were talking about The Conjuring, and I think we had talked about how bright it was.
Right.
And I didn't think it was a good fit for a horror movie.
Yeah, but
I kind of feel the other way around. Sometimes I like things to be darker.
Yeah, but the thing is
depends on what kind of movie it is.
You know what? Everybody was on that darkness bandwagon until nobody could see, the last episode of, Giggle of Thrones.
Do you remember the Witch, that movie we reviewed?
Oh yeah.
It was like somebody took your TV and turned the brightness all the way down, and
all the way down.
I was watching it like, is that?
Watching in Braille.
But anyway, I like your response to him or her, San S. I like your response. I am what I am.
I am what I am. What can I say? And what can I say? If I'm louder than the film, that's just the way it's gonna have to be.
I think that's all the comments pretty much. But yeah, no, I want to thank everybody for commenting because I've been begging people to like interact with us, and it
was actually a lot of fun.
I think we'll have some more Indian movies in our future. I'm not sure when or what.
Definitely.
But...
No, definitely. I thought that at the time, just because it is something, really big and really different.
Well, see, this is how forward-thinking your producer is. I'm just kidding. No, this is how forward-thinking I am. I was like, how can we break into the Indian market? Let me think. Because Scotland basically just kicked us out.
Well,
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Well, because after all, we did do a big push to get into the Scottish market.
I know, and we were on some radio channel that supposedly had 3,000 views every time. And then the dude just decides, I'm done with this, and kicks us to the door.
What can you do?
So India. India's our new thing now.
Yep.
See, now I can picture us getting off a plane in India, waving at the crowd. Oh, hey, there's us. There's San. He likes us now.
We love you. We really do. We love our audience.
But yeah, so I hope the trend continues a little bit because I'd like to see some action. Because I've been putting up these YouTube videos. They get like 5 or 6 views, and I'm like, oh. Why am I bothering?
Yeah, this is how excited he was. He literally texted me at it
was right after I put out the episode last night. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was like really late. I was like, what the
I was like,
you want?
Maybe he won't get the text message till tomorrow morning. I was like, because I put my phone on vibrate, so I don't hear a text message like at 1 in the morning. I'll just sleep right through it.
Yeah, no, mine's always sitting next to me. I'll hear it if it vibrates.
But yeah, so anyway, thanks, India.
Thank you.
And by the way, not all of them were Indian. I imagine a lot of them were in the United States.
Yeah,
So.
But thanks for joining us. Thanks for caring enough to scream at us.
I want to welcome our 14 new subscribers and say, hang in there because we might get boring for a while.
It gets worse. Because it gets worse.
It gets worse before it gets better.
It really does. It is actually like several congenital diseases.
Yes, but no. Experiencing several congenital diseases on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.